Hello and welcome to another video for WinBidPro version 15 by GDS Estimating. In this one I'd like to talk about the vendor window here, and we've made some changes to this recently, and this is the latest one, and it has a list of vendors here that I've already added, but if you are new to the program and just installed it, you might just see a sample metal vendor in your list. So it's real simple to add more vendors. You can just go up here and click Get More Catalogs. And the first thing you're going to see is a little license agreement thing that you have to agree to. And it's important to know that catalogs may not be perfect. And we have over 20 different catalogs that you can load in our software. And we do get updates from manufacturers, and we try and configure catalogs according to the standards that they've set and all that. But you always want to confirm the information that you're sending out. So you want to confirm your prices, your parts, all that information needs to be checked over carefully. So we can't guarantee accuracy on that, unfortunately. It's just too difficult to do. But the fact that we work with so many different company catalogs and information, it's just impossible to make it 100% perfect 100% of the time. But it is good information. It is updated when manufacturers give us updates, and we post those things on our website. So this brings us to the list of all the different catalogs, and you'll notice that I've got installed here in green for the different ones that I've added to my list. So it's real simple to add some new catalog. You just hit download, and it downloads it pretty quickly and adds it to your list. And then you can also hit what's new to see what has been done to the latest update for a given manufacturer. So that's a neat little kind of tip thing that you can look at. So once you've added the different catalogs, you obviously just close that and you'll see them in your list. And you'll notice that some of these have a little blue box here for shared. And you can share catalogs in GDS, and the way you do that is, let's say I have my list of vendors that I've installed and I want to configure these on our network so that everyone else in the company can share them. All I would have to do is copy these vendor folders and these files here, master MDB and hardware 2 MDB. So those two files, all these, whatever vendors I want to share, I copy those to some location that everyone can access on a server. Keep in mind, you can't share stuff like this on a cloud server. The cloud servers like OneDrive and Google Drive and Dropbox, those aren't designed for multi-user database use. And that's what we're talking about when we're sharing catalogs. That's multi-user database access. So a network server is designed for that. So when you put them on your network server, that's what you can do. So you would copy those files and folders to a place that everyone has access to, and then everyone would go into their system defaults. I'm going to close this real quick. We go to our system defaults, and so everyone's computer that's going to access these shared catalogs would want to use the same master file. So we would set the location of the master file. It tells you what the current location is, which is probably your C drive, and then if you've copied stuff to a network drive, you would say yes and then browse that location and find the master file on the network drive. And when you do that, you're all going to be sharing the same information. You're going to be sharing the same glass table. And then you can also determine what catalogs get shared. So let's go back to our vendor list here. And that's what the blue dots are for. So anything that has a blue dot is going to be visible to everyone that has the shared access. So anything that's not could be your own catalogs that you want to be on your list of vendors but not be visible to everyone else. So that's why those are that way. So, and if you install a new catalog, anyone can do this from any one of the programs that's accessing the shared master file. You can click on the new catalog you've installed and hit share, and then that's going to make the little blue box appear, and that means that everyone else will see it the next time they open their vendor list. So that's what the sharing and all that means. So another way to add catalogs to GDS, to WinBidPro, is to browse for them. So if you've gotten a catalog from a coworker, let's say they are in a different location entirely, or they had a computer or a laptop or something at home that they worked on and they want to give you that catalog, you can copy it onto a USB drive or a thumb drive or even a Dropbox folder, and then you can add that from that location just by browsing to it and clicking on the MDB file and hit open, and then it would actually add that to your list. So it would show up as a different location here, because you'll notice all these have a documents folder in them, and this is a OneDrive file. So that's one that I've added just by hitting add existing catalog. Now I can also remove catalogs. If I want to remove one, like this one here, I just hit remove, and it says selected catalog be removed, but it still exists. So when one is removed, you can still find it on your computer. So there it is right there. That's the CMI catalog. So if I can actually add it back. Let's say I accidentally removed it, right? So I can go to my CMI folder, hit that MDB file and hit open, and that's how it adds it back. And if you've shared one that you don't want shared anymore, then you would actually have to remove it, and keep in mind that's going to remove it from everyone's list who has access to that shared master file. So it's going to remove it for everyone if you do that, but then you can always add it back and not share it if you just want that catalog for yourself. So it's a lot of different ways to do things. And keep in mind that anybody on the network that's looking at all the shared stuff can do that. So you just have to know that it's kind of wide open in terms of user access. So that's what all that means. The edit. So editing is basically if a file got moved to a different location and it says it's no longer there, I can actually click edit and browse for that file and find the new location and hit open. It's kind of the same thing as adding an existing catalog, but it's really just updating the location of a file, of a catalog that's in your list, of a vendor that's in your list. So that's what that means. So there's a couple tools up here under other actions. Let's start with compact. So as you use files, especially when they're multi-user shared files on a network, they grow in size, and if they get used a lot by a lot of different people, the size they grow to may be slowing the program down. So you want to compact those fairly regularly depending on how much use they get. So once a month if it's just you using it once in a while, once a week if you're using it more often. So I would click on the catalog that I want to compact, and then I would hit the compact button, and it happens quickly. So it shrunk that one by 2 megabytes, which isn't that much, but it won't let me compact one that I'm already using, and you'll get a message that tells you that. So just know that if you need to compact a shared catalog, do it when everyone's gone and you're the only one there, and you can just click on it in the list and compact it. So that's what that does. And then there's the repair and open. So that's for if there's an error when you try and open a catalog, then the repair and open will try and fix that error and then let you open it, hopefully. And if you can't, then you probably have to contact us at our support extension or our support email address. And all that's on our website. So the last thing is updating parts. So if I've got a catalog that's older and I've been using it, and let's say FCO comes out with an update, but I want to update my old catalog with the new parts and prices, I can do that by selecting the old one and then saying from catalog file, I want to browse it. So I'm going to update from the file that I'm locating right now. So I'm going to locate the newer file, hit open. So that's the one I'm going to update from. The one I had selected is the one I'm going to actually update to. And I would hit update. And then it would basically go through and find any new parts and add them and update descriptions and pricing and all that. So that's what that's for. Now if you have a catalog that, let's say I want to start using this new FCO catalog, but I have a bunch of jobs and framing systems I've modified and things like that in the old catalog, you can actually export jobs and import them into the new catalog. So you can do that through the jobs window. And you can also do that with framing systems. So if you've got frames that you've modified and you want to export those and put them into the new catalog, you can go to your framing system window and export frames and then import them into the new catalog. So keep that in mind. That's something so that you're not stuck not using the new catalog. You can actually use it and then bring over stuff from the old one. Or like you can go the opposite way and bring any new systems in the new one over to your old catalog. So that's something you can do, and the tools are there. Just remember it's like the import-export features. So I think that covers everything on this window, and look for new videos coming up later. Thanks.